I'm Dan Romero, and my medium is bronze, but at the moment this is clay. I'm still working on him, but he will become one of these in bronze. 2015, which is not too long ago, but I was working in the film business for 43 years. And I was working on a movie called Steve Jobs in San Francisco, and we were at the San Francisco Opera House. And we got the Opera House from 10 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock in the morning because opera was in season. And overnight, the ballet company across the street shares the theater with the opera company, and they hung 4 banners, 3 ballerinas and 1 male ballet dancer. So Sunday morning, I came out of the theater after working all night, and I looked up, and there were these 4 banners of ballerinas, 3 and 1. And as I was looking at the banners, I heard in my head, "You can sculpt that." But there was no one around me. It was just me looking at the banners. And so I looked at it again, and I heard the same voice, "You can sculpt that." So I remembered driving to the theater every day that I thought there was an art store about 7 blocks up the road. So I got in my car and I drove up there, and there was a Blix art store there. It was about 10:30 on a Sunday morning. I walked in. I asked the guy behind the counter if they sold clay. He said yes. He took me to the clay aisle. 25 different kinds of clay. I had no idea which one to pick, and I said, "So which one?" And he says to me, "Dude, I'm a painter. I don't know anything about clay." So I grabbed 2 blocks of clay, some wire, a pair of wire cutters, and 8 basic wooden sculpting tools. I went back to the Fairmont Hotel where I was staying in the making of that film, and I sculpted this that first day. And I guess I finished her about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I took a picture of her, Patrice is what I call her, and I sent it to my wife, and my wife said, "Where'd you buy that?" And I said, "No, I didn't buy it, I just sculpted it." And she was incredulous. And I said, "No, really, I really did do this. I had this like voice in my head that said I could do this, and so I started sculpting, and this turned into all of this." When after I came home, we lived in Southern California. My wife, for my birthday, got me 4 class lessons at a sculpting studio. And the fellow that was running the studio couldn't believe that I had never done anything like this before. And so, with his tutelage, I started sculpting all of this stuff. The first thing I sculpted in the studio, when I walked in that first day, is he saw that, and he was looking through my phone and discovered a bust of a Native American. His name is Paul Youngpine, and he was one of the Indians in the movie The Revenant that I did with Leonardo DiCaprio. Coming up with what I'm going to do next, like I'm building an armature right now, and I don't really know what it's going to be, but I didn't know what he was going to be. He was just a wire armature last Monday, and today, a week later, he's this guy. You know, it's so encompassing that when I'm working and doing this, I sometimes forget to eat or drink. I'm so involved at just trying to create the image and the sculpture. That makes time fly so fast, and it's so fun. I just have such a great time. And then afterward, I get to display them in places like this, which is amazing. And people enjoy them, and I get conversations with folks from all across the country. And it's just the coolest thing ever. It's really fun. It's the ability to come in and set up and not move for 10 weeks. Because I've done many weekend pop-up shows. And you know, you go in on a Thursday night and you have to tear it all down on Sunday, and bronzes are kind of heavy to move around. So the ability to come here and set it up, and you have a week to prepare, and the artistry at Celebration is maybe the best I've ever seen of the 100 artists that are here. It's just phenomenal. And I feel so honored to be a participant this year. It's my first year. That every day I go home, I pinch myself that I'm here. True story.